What's up, everyone? All right, well, green day today, $10,000, which is good. That was my goal. 10,000 in my main account today is what I wanted, and I got it. But it wasn't easy, and I'm kind of annoyed because I used much bigger position sizes than in my small account, and I produced much less profit from a percentage standpoint. I suppose part of it is the focus, and I was focused primarily on the small account today. I've been focusing more on it because I'm trying to cross that finish line. I said I'd grow it from 4,000 to 30,000. I'm getting closer to 30, so I'm trying to kind of, close that finish line and get to it and cross it and have that celebration of, yes, I've done it, small account challenge in the books. So I think part of the problem today and why I didn't make more in the main account was because I was focusing primarily on a small account. But I got some profit in the main account. $10,000 is good. RHE and the recent IPO was it RNTX or RNXT? I'm so bad at remembering. Anyways, I got green, and I'll break it down in the recap. So as always, trading is risky. Most beginner traders lose money. So please approach trading with caution, assume you'll lose money, and trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. And remember, my results are not typical. All right, I hope you enjoy the recap, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. All right, so main account breakdown here of trades from today. I'm up 10,000 in the main account. I'm up 5,000 in the small account. I'm actually almost up more in the small account on RNXT than I am in the big account. In the big account, I took bigger positions. I was able to take a max today of 20,000 shares on RNXT, and I had one good winner, and I had a couple of decent sized losses. I went up on RNXT about $13,000 and then gave it all back and went red on the stock. I went red by 3,000, 4,000, and then got back to green on this dip right here off the VWAP and this squeeze up to 16. And, I am grateful that I got an exit at 16 because I hit a high of 16.23, and that turned into a bull trap, which then did a hard reversal. But that trade put me from down 4,000 to up 5,000 on the day. It was certainly a good entry down there and a nice squeeze, but this was a tricky one. And I kind of indicated today that I was a little concerned about the momentum because, yesterday, while RNXT was really nice for sure, it made a huge move, which is why I was watching it this morning. BBIG had sold off quite a bit. BBIG continued to sell off today, although it did bounce off the lows by almost $1 a share, as you can see there. SPRT, didn't give us fireworks yesterday, kind of just continued to pull back a bit. So ended up being a red doji yesterday. So we didn't have big moves yesterday. This morning, our leading gapper, STG, is a reverse split. ACST is also a reverse split. And ACIU, I lost $44,000 trading this stock earlier this year. So I looked it up, and I could see detailed. You can look up an individual stock, and I saw, wow, $44,000 in the red. Huh. Well, that may be one. Let's see. There you go. Sorry. That may be one that I should be a little cautious on. So not good, not good at all. So anyways, I decided not to trade it based on that, and also based on its daily chart, which showed a history of gap fade. You can see this history of gap fade. So I said, no, I'm not going to touch it. So left that one alone. That was our leading gapper. Our second leading gapper below that was SONN. Not interested in it. It's too cheap. Next one, SYTA. Pretty nice low float. I did take a peek at it, but it had a big pop early and then was fading off that level. RHE, this one, I've traded before. We can see how much I've made on RHE. 100 and, let's see, let me just hide the scanners for a second. So $119,000. So definitely one that I've made some money on. We'll add another 5,000 or 4,700 to that total today. So I was confident on RHE. I thought that was a good one, but coming into the open, it had pulled back quite a bit. I didn't take a trade until it broke VWAP right here. I got in, it squeezed into a halt, did a dip and rip, hit a high of 1242, and then did another dip, was down 2,000 before getting out just over break even, and that was my last trade of the day on period. So, you know, it's kind of, I think the thing that's a little disappointing is that in the small account with a max position size of like, I don't know, 1,600 shares, I made almost the same as I made in the big account with probably an average position size of like 15,000 shares, or at least 10,000 shares, average position size. Bigger size in this on this stock didn't really pay, although for sure a factor in all of that is the focus, and I was focusing more on the small account and less on the big account. So in the big account, I was taking a position and letting it ride, and I'd be up 30 cents, and then it would flush down against me. I'd be down 30 cents, and then it would come back up to break even. I'd get out. So those were just shares I was churning, and then I had a couple of good sized losses. The biggest loss on RNXT. So my trades on this one, I recapped it in the small account recap pretty extensively, but my initial bias on it was long because of course yesterday's big move. And given that we had a couple of really nice trades off of support on SPRT and a few other stocks, what was the other one? I can't remember. But in any case, I thought this made sense for an entry down below VWAP because it would be a better cost basis. So my first trade in the small account is below VWAP. In the main account, I added a little higher, and we got this move up to 16. And through that move, I did make some money. I was up about 13,000. And then I added back right here for the break back over 16. That was a red trade. Lost on it also in the small account. It was another stab right here for the ABCD pattern. That was another red trade. Lost on it in the big account. Sold off down here. And then this dip right here off VWAP. I didn't really expect it to go all the way back up, but as it started to squeeze, I just added. Unfortunately, I ended up with an average of like 1560 or something like that. I was in a little high, and it only tapped 16. I was looking for the rip through 16. It tapped it, and then pulled back, and then did a bull trap at the open. So overall, kind of disappointing that we didn't get like a fireworks kind of big move on this one today. I thought with the blue sky, the daily setup, that we had a chance at it. I lost 12,000 on this stock on Friday, and so made back like less than half of that today, but got green on it, so that's good. Obviously, I wasn't trading into the close yesterday, so didn't make anything on that move. That one just went without me. RHE, yeah, so this is coming back up to the double top, in fact, almost perfect double top. And look at that. Ooh, see, that is what you don't like to see. I don't understand why we're seeing some of those rejections. I really don't. But I've gotten caught in a bunch of them, and they are not fun. Whew, yikes. If you're quick, but you know, my MO is to add for the squeeze into, you know, the next level. So I would have been adding at 1250 for the move up to 1275.13, and I'd be down. I would have definitely lost on that. So yeah, all right. Well, that's it for me. So I'll import today's trades tomorrow, but I'm gonna finish the month. Let's see. I was at 159,000 after yesterday's profit, so I'll be up around 169,000 after, you know, today's profits and commissions. So $169,000. That's a great finish to the month. A month where I was red by 30,000 at the beginning. Recovered to being up 105, and then lost 70,000. Was up only about 30, and have now recovered to be back at my all-time highs. So my my account here, or my P&L for the year is now, let's see, net profit 2.44. So if we look at, and Mondays have been dismal for me. I mean, really, it's kind of crazy. You know, this was not like this last year. I don't even really know why Mondays have been so hard for me this year, but I attribute some of it to, well, anyways, I've talked about it with students, so I won't get into it right now. But anyway, so 12, 1, 20, 21, and then 12, 31, 21. So this year, sitting at 2.4, and if we look at win-loss expectation, accounts at all-time highs right now. P&L is at all-time highs right there. So that's good. Only a little bit above where I was at in like end of July, but above it. So that's good. Kind of had a period here through July and August that wasn't that great, but that's typical. That's summer. So hoping to get back on a nice hot streak the way I had maybe through February. That would be awesome. Or in this 1 week of GameStop in January, that would be cool too. But we'll see what happens. September, then usually things pick up for me in fourth quarter, October, November, December. So that's what I'm hoping for. Some nice momentum going into the end of the year. All right, and so yeah, account right now is at all-time highs, both on this year, but also since I started my small account challenge in 2017. So all of the profits right here, $8.2 million, are from an original starting balance of less than 600 bucks. So a small account challenge, not unlike the one that I've been doing this month, or for the last like 6 weeks, I guess, in the $4,000 small account challenge. This one I started a bigger account, but yeah. So gross profit before fees and commissions is $9.2 million. So I've got about $775,000 to get to the $10 million gross profit goal. So I'll cross gross profit, and then net profit will come a little bit after that. But looking first to cross $10 million in gross profit. As always, my results are not typical. Trading is risky. When I started my small account challenge, I already had quite a lot of experience under my belt. So I was coming in a very different position than most people who start a small account, but I share it with you for what it's worth. I hope it's helpful. And as always, because trading is risky, you should trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Take it slow, one trade at a time. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow, September 1st.
I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.